How do the birds sing? How do peacocks dance? How do elephants bathe? How do jackals run? How do the leaves of the bamboo tree rustle? How do drops of dew glisten in the sunshine? What do butterflies talk about in silence? The answers to all these questions are not available on the balcony of a 16th floor apartment or in the hot bathtub of a 20 by 20 bathroom. They are found in the small morsel of earth being carried away by the beetles, in the tiny waves created by merrily swimming turtles in the lake. The answers are with nature, hidden secretly inside a forest, waiting to be explored, waiting to be experienced. It is only when one goes into a forest that one realizes why they are so crucial for human beings. It is hard to believe its location when you get inside this lively green forest. It is not in Mayurbhanj or Angul district, but bang in the middle of the sprawling smart city of Bhubaneswar, the capital of Odisha. With the remorseless urbanization of the area, this small patch of forest that once adjoined the Chandaka Wildlife forest is now an island of green amidst the concrete jungle all around. It has not lost its identity even as the avarice of man has seen the relentless expansion of the boundaries of urban culture. It has managed to hold on to a patch of sky overhead, to store in its bosom a slice of greenery. The possibility of creation amid the destruction all around. This is the way life moves on, by finding its way through the darkness of nothingness. Bhubaneswar has a rare distinction of being just about the only state capital in the country that abuts a wildlife sanctuary. Lying close to the old Grand Trunk Road and spread over an area of 21.27 square kilometer in the southeastern part of the Chandaka Wildlife Sanctuary, the Bharatpur and Jagannath Prasad sector in Bhubaneswar range is a fragmented patch of reserve forest. The area forms part of the Deccan Peninsula Biogeographic Zone and Eastern Plateau Biotic Province. It forms the northeastern tip of the Northeastern Ghats subdivision or region. Roger and Panwar Udwardi classifies the area under Mahanadian biogeographic region. It falls under the tropical deciduous forest biome. Bharatpur Jagannath Prasad sector is a prime habitat of the Asiatic elephant, the national heritage animal. Due to the abundant availability of tender bamboo breaks, palm and other fodder species preferred by the elephants, water and vegetative cover, they roam around freely inside the sanctuary without a care in the world. Besides elephants, the area is also home to spotted deer, common hare, wild pig, pangolin, porcupine, mongoose, civet, red jungle fowl, peafowl, weaver bird, sparrow, grey francolin, jungle bush quail, reptiles such as cobra, python, monitor lizard, and a wide variety of amphibians, avifauna, and microfauna. The migratory birds that throng the area in large numbers during winter make this little forest exquisitely beautiful. A forest tends to curb pollution, control temperature, and regulate rainfall. While many other cities inside and outside Odisha are trying to create artificial forests around them, Bhubaneswar is blessed to have a natural forest right next to it. The Bharatpur Jagannath Prasad patch of forest acts as a carbon sink of Bhubaneswar city. This small isolated patch of land not only shelters hundreds of animals and birds, it also serves as the green lungs for lakhs of people living in the smart city. Inevitably, however, development of the city has come in conflict with this patch of forest. Over time, the dynamics of Bhubaneswar and the forest have changed. Bhubaneswar today bears little resemblance to the quaint little capital conceived in 1948. With the city moving full throttle towards becoming a thriving metropolis, the Bharatpur region of the city has seen rapid and ill-planned expansion, cutting it off from the Chandaka sanctuary. Gated colonies, large educational institutes, tech parks and a national highway have come up in recent years, squeezing this forest. Thickly populated with human habitations all around, this 21 square kilometer area is getting rapidly degraded by the twin menace of people trespassing into it in search of firewood and overgrazing of cattle and domestic livestock inside it. This part of the sanctuary was highly vulnerable to pollution due to discharge of sewerage water and solid waste materials and open defecation by the slum dwellers of Bharatpur, Rental Colony, Salyasai, Birabasa and Chungoli. As a result, there is heavy biotic interference. The high-rise buildings had disturbed the traditional route of the migratory birds coming to the sanctuary. The rapidly expanding city has caused extreme difficulties to the elephants for whom the entire region was once a home. Puzzled and confused by frequent alterations of their habitat, they face unfriendly crowds, mobs and mayhem when they crossed or show up on the highways. Further, the Chandaka industrial estate close to the sanctuary had adversely impacted the ecosystem of the sanctuary. It was turning increasingly unsuitable, even hostile. A number of management interventions have been initiated with the aim to restore the degraded forest area and enrich the ecosystem, which is of utmost importance for the capital city of the state. Indigenous fruit-bearing and fodder species have been planted all over the denuded forest land for wildlife use. Trees like neem, karanja, bamboo and banyan have been planted in acres of barren land to recreate the dense forest zone it once was. Weeding is being carried out regularly to protect the young crops from intrusive growth. Measures to conserve soil moisture have been undertaken to check water runoff, soil erosion, and recharge of groundwater. Water bodies have been created and grasslands have been developed for wildlife use. A patrolling path has been developed all along the internal boundary of the sanctuary to facilitate regular patrolling to prevent poaching and illicit felling. Elephant-proof barriers have been strengthened with galvanized MS-angle concertina wire fencing to reduce human-wildlife interface, prevent encroachment and biotic interference. Firefighting measures have also been taken up to keep the green area free from wildfire in summers. Local communities have been mobilized and facilitated with alternate livelihoods in collaboration with government agencies and NGOs. Toilet facilities have been provided to the inhabitants of Bharatpur through Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation. Public awareness programs are also being organized for students, local communities, mass media and PRI members through nature camps to educate them about the importance of conservation and ecological services for the benefit of mankind. The steps taken by the Forest Department has already started yielding positive results for this beleaguered forest. It has been saved from the encroachment and destruction caused by the people to some extent. Slowly, the area is showing signs of rejuvenation. There has been a growth in animal population in recent times. Elephants have started returning to the forest they had shunned. The government has drawn up an ambitious plan to revive the forest in the Bharatpur Jagannath Prasad sector. The Forest Department has planned to convert Bharatpur into a dense forest which will help maintain balance in the capital city's environment. Plans have been made to connect this sanctuary with ecotourism in a bid to make people feel the positive vibes a forest gives. People will be allowed to roam inside the sanctuary in an open jeep, from where they can witness the beauty of wildlife and revel in the glory of nature. This tour will help them realize the importance and necessity of the forest in the city. The 487-acre Regional Plant Resource Centre and the vibrant Ekamra Kanan Park, lying close to the Bharatpur Reserve Forest, with its beautiful lake and rich flora and fauna, adds dynamism to the glory of the smart city's naturescape. Regenerating the forest in Bharatpur Jagannath Prasad sector along with these two islands of nature not only helps mitigate pollution, it also provides a healthier environment to the residents of Bhubaneswar city. All it needs is love, nurturing and a little space of its own. Just like a tree grows on its own, collecting food and light from the soil and sun, but gives us flower, fruit, air and shade selflessly, a forest lives on its own, but gives a lot to mankind. In return for the space it inhabits, it gives us oxygen, health and immunity. It balances our ecology by sheltering thousands of animals, birds, flora and fauna. It helps us build a better earth. So instead of skyscrapers, let us raise a forest together.